Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the highlight of human civilization. Not quite. It's called Escaping the Suburbs Live, and it is I, once again, as always, 100% AI free, your friend, Scott, with you. And I see quite a few of you have already queued up nicely in the chat. Hello, Pam. I saw your comment there before we started that you got some new contacts and can't read close up, and tell me about it. I know exactly what you mean. These are readers that I buy in multi packs on Amazon. These are like 2.0, 1.5, something like that, but they're just readers because I wear contacts and I see perfectly well, except for computer distance or phone distance, holding the phone in my hand. So I have bought these glasses and I leave them all over the house, and they're everywhere I turn. I've got these inexpensive little readers laying all over the place in every room and in the car and everywhere. And throw one in your purse, etc., because it's going to help you see much better up close. That's just the way it goes. Debbie Sue is here. Hello, ma'am. It is so good to see you, the Queen of Appalachia. And I saw you hanging out with us in Daniel's live stream. Hello, Daniel. I really enjoyed your pizza party earlier tonight. That was a good time. Good time. That was like a no particular topic, just random, talk about anything. I kind of like to hang out. Everybody could sort of contribute a topic and contribute whatever they wanted to say. That was really nice and relaxing. I enjoyed that. And Sally's here. Hello, my dear. How are you? I hope you're doing well and hoping everything is going very nicely in Pittsburgh. So everybody's saying hello to each other because everyone is a friend. I see Tyler made it. Hello, my friend, king of the thumbnails, and famous Mike is here. And I am sorry, Sally, but you will be calling him famous, like it or not. So that's an inside joke, but she will. Oh, Tyler has some really big news. Well, lay it on us. Go ahead and lay it on us. I'm going to tell you guys about something while Tyler types his news because this is a very important thing I want to tell you about. There is a scam going around with our friend Rob the Maritimer. And as you can see, I put it on screen here. There's a fake Rob the Maritimer account that somebody had created. And I got a private message from him, which you can see a screenshot on the right. What it says there is, escaping the suburbs, text me on Gmail, and then it gives a fake Gmail account, robthemaritimer989@gmail.com, which, I mean, is fake, but it's not really Rob, but it's some scammer set up that Gmail account and then started tagging people on their YouTube account, on their own YouTube account, which looked just like Rob with his avatar and his picture, and posted this picture. And I saw him posting to a ton of people who are subscribers to Rob and who frequently comment to him and who he's commented back to people. And it kind of made sense to me for a second because I knew he was going on vacation to somewhere warm is all we knew, somewhere warm. And I live somewhere warm. So I saw this on Sunday morning and I thought, oh, maybe Rob's in Fort Lauderdale and maybe he knows I live in Fort Lauderdale and maybe he's in Fort Lauderdale and he wants to get together for lunch or say hi or something. So I believed it. So I sent this person a message back. But then I looked at their account and I saw they had like one subscriber. And Rob just had 100,000 subscribers. And what this person even did is in the description of their channel where you can type, I'm a free-spirited person who loves going out in nature or whatever your description is. He wrote 100,000 subscribers trying to make it look real. So I don't know if any of the rest of you guys saw that scam, but don't fall for it. It's some jerkwad somewhere, and Rob reported them and said that they're, pretending to be him. But I don't know if they've been knocked off or not. But anyway, let's get caught up in the chat. Let me see if I can find what is Tyler's big news, he said. His big news. Let me scroll down. Let's see. Lori says, all I can say is God is good. All the time. Okay, Tyler said he got some really big news. Daniel says amen. Everybody's saying hi all the time. Tyler beat me to it. I see. Okay. Hello, Sally, Pam, Debbie, Sue, Lori, Daniel, Tyler, says Mike. Okay. Here we go. Hey, look who's here. Homeschool time is here. The Army medic. First aid class, first aid kit. Know where doctor, nurse, medic live in your neighborhood. Do not get hurt in the first place. Yes, obviously. Yeah, you guys, if you haven't met Army medic here, aka homeschool time, he is always, I assume he could be she. I think he told us it's a he. Is always encouraging us to be prepared and to know our neighbors and know our local community and be prepared. So you keep up that message, homeschool time, because that's a good preparedness message. Okay, well, that is some big news. Congratulations, Tyler. That is awesome. Tyler sent me a link today to a video that's about 8 months old of his boy and his girl catching a fish and holding it and saying, "Hello, fishy. Hi, nice fishy," before throwing it back. So, Tyler, you are such a good dad, and that's awesome. The new baby is going to be joining one heck of a great family. So, congratulations. And Mike is replying to Tyler saying, "We found out we're pregnant with a third child," by saying, "Oh my gosh, a third child. That's scary." No, I'm just kidding. Mike's not really doing that. He's saying that to the Rob fake scammer. So, yeah, all right. Congrats, Tyler. Way to go, buddy. You and your wife, congratulations. That is fantastic news, and I'm so happy to hear that. Because, that's one more future subscriber for me. Let's talk about what's important here. Okay, you're having a new addition to your family. You're growing, but really, when it gets right down to it, that's one more subscriber for me in the future. So let's try to keep this in perspective. Have you heard about the mom-to-be tea? My wife drank it when pregnant. Well, there's the answer, that the Army medic is the male in the family. Oh, I haven't heard about the mom-to-be tea. Everybody's who's got a baby on the way needs to look up mom-to-be tea. I wonder if mom-to-be tea is good for dads-to-be, or dads already been. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I don't know. That's right, Lori. Local health food store. Awesome. Good job, Tyler and Mrs. Outdoor Tennessean. Very cool. I'm so nervous about this child. You're going to be great. Yes, Sally, of course, we will all be praying. Oh, yeah. Lori's daughter had an accident tonight? What? I know you didn't mean Lori's daughter was an accident. Is an accident. She was in an accident. I didn't know that. Of course, we're all praying for Tyler's little family and Lori's daughter. Lori's your daughter? Okay. What's the deal? Support nutrition of mother and baby to a local health food store. Congrats, Tyler, and good luck. Is she okay? That's what I want to know. Well, hello there. It's the Queen of Merritt Island. How you doing there, Allie? How is everything happening on the Space Coast? Thank you for that. 1439315. Or you can just say Army Medic. Proud father myself. Way to go, everybody. You know what I call 3 kids, Tyler? You know what I call 3 kids? A good start. That is way to go, buddy. That's a good start. Oh, she's in Sedona. Is this the one that's kind of living the van life, Lori? She's out there living the adventure life. Is she the one who got in an accident? I hope her situation's okay. Yeah. Oh, hey. Yep. And Sally and Glenn are going to be hanging out soon. Perlman. Sally and Perlman are going to be hanging out, I think you said on Saturday, right? I've got 4? No, sir. I do not have 4 children. No, I have more than 4. I have 4 boys. But before the 4 boys, we had 2 girls. So we had 2 little mommy helper girls who helped us with the babies as the other 4 baby boys came along. And none of them were twins. So one at a time. Dads have cigars and red wine instead of the mommy to be tea. That's a good point. Dads have cigars and red wine. Or in my case, it'll be a pipe. I don't do cigars, but I'll have a pipe. I'm in Oklahoma, so we're almost neighbors. Yep. That's cool. All right, and Perlman just became a member. You were already a member, weren't you, Perlman? How are you just becoming a member? Well, I don't know about that, but I'm glad because hooray for a new member. But Perlman has bought memberships for people. Several of you people have bought memberships for people quite a bit. So maybe your membership expired and you just renewed it, and so I got the notification or something. I don't know, but I'm glad you're a member. Speaking of memberships, several of you folks have gone through buying clumps of memberships, like 5 memberships at a time, 20. So we have, I've got like, what, 28 members or something right now. YouTube considers gift memberships to be, just a month long. And so while you have it, if you're a member, and if somebody gifted it to you, whether it was Perlman or Lori, or I forget all the people who bought them. I know Whitlock's bought some memberships. I think that Fun with Nature might have. I can't remember everybody, but there's a lot of people who got gifted a month. So be sure you go watch the go watch. Now I see what you mean, Tyler. I have 4 new subscribers, not 1 new subscriber. Okay, not 4 kids. So be sure you go watch the members only videos while you have your 1 month free. And for those of you who were gifted a membership, if you like what you're seeing in the private videos and the private posts and stuff, consider becoming a recurring subscriber. It's I set the price on that to 99 cents a month, which is pretty low. Lori and I figured out, though, from looking at our membership bills, that it looks like YouTube tacks on like some kind of extra fee of their own. And I don't know if that's like some kind of California tax from YouTube or if that's their cut. But there's a member that I've joined who he advertises all the time that's $5 a month. He always says 16 cents a day. But it really charges me like $6.25 or something. And Lori said that her $1 membership was like, I don't know, $1.60 or something. So I'm going to stop saying it's $1. I'm going to say it's less than $2. But I set the thing at 99 cents. But yeah, anyway, if you are a gifted free member for a month, consider signing up, hit the join button, and consider turning on recurring memberships. If I get 8 or more recurring members who have signed up on their own like that, then I get to display their beautiful faces on my main YouTube homepage. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Okay, so Perlman says he think it ran out, so he renewed, which is outstanding. I'm so grateful, and I love every single one of my beloved members. I'm taking my son camping tomorrow. Whatever we catch, we're cooking. Very first time ever. Are you going to catch a tiny little bluegill like this and cook it? If you catch a little fish like this and cook it, that's crazy. Yeah, Sally, that's the thing. I know we get 70%, but if I set the price at 99 cents, well, then you would think I'd get 69 cents, and YouTube would get 30 cents. But for some reason, like Lori said that she was getting billed $1.60 or something on her membership. I don't know. I don't understand. So I don't know. I want to read something to you guys. I was reading something right before I went live. I was just sitting here waiting for the time to tick by. And I don't really get nervous before talking to a crowd, but I do like to occupy my mind so that the time goes by faster. I'm going to read something to you. This is called A Different Reason for Our Weariness. I often hear people say that they are exhausted and burned out because they're doing too much. This might be true on one level, but I want to propose another reason why. I think what many people are experiencing is something I would call the burden of a small life. Yes, exhaustion can come from working too much, but I think the greater drain of energy and motivation comes from the internal weariness that many people carry within because they have attached themselves to a story that is far too small for their lives. Small visions of life cannot propel or sustain you, especially when you were created for more. They don't have enough mystery for adventure. They don't have enough motivation for risk, and they don't have enough beauty for wonder. We were created to be part of a larger story. Isn't that neat? That was by a fella named Tolkien Wonder on X, and I thought that was really inspiring that yes, we have tiring lives because we're doing too much. And yes, it's easy to get exhausted from doing too much stuff or working too much. But part of it is because our vision is too small and we don't see how big our lives can be. And we don't see how much impact we can make on the world. And we don't see how much we can influence and impact other people. If you think about it, the world calls people who do YouTube channels influencers. And I think we should, instead of rejecting that term and saying, no, 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 I'm not trying to be an influencer, I think we should embrace the idea of being an influencer because we're an influencer for good. And we should embrace a larger life and a larger mission and a larger goal in our life and say, I'm going to influence the entire world for good. So I will post this nice, what would you call that? This nice meditation thought, little miniature article. I'll post it on the comment section of this video after I go live, and maybe I'll put it as a post as well. But it really struck me. It impacted me, you know, probably only 10 minutes before I went live. So I just wanted to share that with you. I thought some of you would like to hear that as well. Allie likes the members only videos. Okay, yeah, so cool. Wait, hold it. Did Lori say something about that subject? Because we were talking about it. Nope, okay. All right, need to set up my membership thing because some of my subscribers have been asking me. Let me know if you want help with that, Sally. I'll help you out. Minimalism, thrift, frugality go a long way. No credit cards, no payments, no student loan debt. I'm going to have to start watching your channel a little bit more often if this is the kind of stuff you're talking about, Army Medic, because I'm on the same page with you, buddy. Pace of change accelerated and difficulty level increased. Thus, it is more of a challenge to earn higher income faster in 2026. Hey, look who's here. It's Tracy. How's it going, Tracy? So glad to see you here. How is Lake Huron doing? Where's our next Lake Huron video? I'm waiting on that. Speaking of Tracy, did everybody get their stickers and magnets yet? Who's requested them? I have mailed out stickers and magnets to everybody who requested them, unless you just filled out the form like this afternoon. I haven't seen it yet, but please let me know here in the comments if you're still expecting them and still waiting, because I would like to know ballpark how long it takes for them to come out. I believe I mailed those out Thursday, right? Whatever day I emailed you and told you it was. I think it was Thursday. So let me know if those come in. I'm kind of curious. It'll be a week tomorrow, I think. If you want some stickers and you guys haven't asked for stickers yet, there is a little form in the video's description, and it lets me know where to mail them. I will happy to be able to send you some magnets and stickers for free. And don't worry, I don't spam you, and I don't have a newsletter. So I'm not trying to get your email address. I'm not trying to get your mailing address to spam you. I just want to know to where to send you some stickers and return addresses. So that is the deal on that. Let's see here. Happy to be here. Love our magnets and stickers. Great. I'm so glad you got them. That's right. You did tell me one went on your son's snowboard. That's so cool. Very cool. Awesome. For a second, I was wondering, who are you talking to? Who is Deb? Because, like, that's my wife's name. And I was like, is my wife in the chat? Mrs. Escaping the Suburbs is Deb, but you're talking to Debbie Sue. I see that now. So I'm a little slow. Well, what did you think of the fishing video? That's another question I got for you. What did you think of the fishing video? So I took my son's advice and I made a video while fishing last Saturday. And that's the video that came out Monday morning, was from Saturday. And it wasn't actually a fishing video, but rather it was one of my regular topic discussions that I made while fishing. And that was my son's idea. My son said, you know, you don't have to make a video like you're a fishing channel. Just go fishing, and while you're fishing, talk about the stuff you always talk about. So good job, Logan. Cool idea. But I got to tell you guys, it was difficult. And I think the difficulty is actually an encouragement to you. So let me tell you why it was difficult, how it was difficult. You may have figured it out from watching the video. But see, the thing is, I was trying to think about doing two things at once, talking to the camera, getting a train of thought, while also trying to fish with a spinning reel and those Senko worms. And on one of those, I'm a big time beginner, and I'm not a beginner at talking to the camera. So the thing is, when you're trying to do something that you're just now learning, your brain requires a lot more processing power to be able to understand and think about what you're doing. So every little thing from casting to reeling, to landing, where to put the lure and how long to leave it down and how to pull it up and try not to get it in the weeds. I was thinking hard about every little thing I was doing, and trying to talk at the same time was very difficult. Now, compare this to my older videos that I used to make when I was riding a motorcycle. Riding around on a motorcycle, I could talk all day long about 18 million topics, and I didn't have to think twice. It was totally automatic. Everything I was doing while riding on the motorcycle was just completely automatic. And sorry, I think there's something on my camera and I want to snag it, but it's not coming off. That's okay. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Now, when I first started riding a motorcycle, I would have not been able to have had a conversation with anybody on the camera while I was doing that, because I would have been, what hand is the clutch? Which foot's supposed to be shifting? How do I brake? What do I do when I'm braking? How do I shift? When you first start out, there's a lot going on, and it's all on opposite sides of the bike. The shifting's happening on one side with your foot and the other side with your hand, and it's all the opposite of driving a car. Even a manual transmission, it's all opposite. So once it becomes second nature, it's much easier to talk. So if you look at Allie fishing, she doesn't have to think about all the stuff she's doing and all this other thing with the, the thing. So this is a great reminder to us that things are hard when you start, and they get easier when you get better at it. So what I'm saying is that the learning curve is a real thing. And this is a reminder to you and me. Take heart. Everything gets easier. Everything gets easier over time, and everything is a little bit of a challenge when you first start. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. So obviously, everything, this idea of I'm just going to go out, fish, and it was a relaxing time. I had a good time, but you could tell when I was talking, I would lose my train of thought and interrupt myself and just stop talking for a second while I was concentrating. You could tell. So it's a reminder to you that if you're learning something new, don't get flustered and frustrated by the challenge of the learning curve. That's part of it. Just embrace it and understand that the more you do it at the beginning, the sooner you get through that, and the sooner you get through that point, right? Right. And obviously, I don't know how to hold a fish. So I have to learn that. I have to learn how to hold a fish, and Allie's reminding me, and Daniel talked about it in his chat a little bit more. I'm going to figure it out, so I'll get that figured out. Okay, Army Medic had an email subscription once, unsubscribed, and they asked why. I told them, I love your material, yet do not email me 4 times a week. Yeah, sometimes, man, sometimes people send you out their little newsletter, so email things 4 times a week is just way too much, So, Allie says, welcome to my world. Yeah, I know what you mean. But, Allie, you make it seem so natural, and you're able to talk while you're doing all that stuff that I'm still just such a noob at. I'm trying to remember now, how many times have I been out with the rod and reel? 5? Maybe? 5, maybe, I think. Tonight would have been a great night. It's nice and cool out. It's like 77 degrees, medium humidity as the sun went down. Probably would have been a good night to be out. But I wanted to watch my friend Daniel, so no. So I didn't do that. But that's cool. So hey, would you guys like to see an unboxing? I told you in my post and my comments that I was going to do that. So why don't we do that? Because I have bought yet another one of these small rig magic arm super clamps, and I think they're awesome. I already use one of these to hold the camera that I'm talking to right now. In the past, I have sometimes clamped them onto a larger tripod just to be able to move the camera around in any angle that I want. I've been using them for quite a while now. The first time I ever heard of one of these, I was actually watching a machinist who was working with like a lathe, or a mill. And he would use it to hold an indicator. And it was amazing to me that you can turn one knob and then totally flexify it anywhere you want. And then turn the knob, just one knob, tighten it, and every single arm freezes in place. It's really an amazing thing. But I had an extra one of these that I was going to use somewhere and ended up not needing it. So I brought it here, and I'm going to put it to work around here. And so I'm going to do that, but I wanted to show you how cool they are, and I thought maybe you'd like to see an unboxing of one of these guys. They're not very expensive. I think they're $20. So if you have any need to hold a camera or hold a microphone or hold a light or hold a cup holder or hold a what do you call those? Like when you're an artist and it's holding your easel and your paints and all that. So why don't we go ahead and, I do have an affiliate link in the description for one of these. If you decide you want to buy one, why don't you use that link? It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it does help me out. If you do want to get one of these, use that affiliate link. Okay, so here we go. We got the small rig, and if we took a look at the back of the box, you can see a little demonstration of it holding a monitor on a tripod, so that's kind of a cool use for it. And there's other features on the side that I'm going to get into it with you here. So we'll put that there. All right, so it comes wrapped up for some reason in this nice brown wrapping bag here, wrapping paper. So let's open that up. And listen, it's nice because they are here for us. Very good. There's instructions which we won't need. So now it's wrapped up inside here. We don't need this. And here's how it comes when you first open it. And it's tightened up so the arms are not extended. Now, let me just tell you quickly the features, okay? This right here is the clamp that you can use to grab onto your desk or your tripod or your computer, but don't do it too hard on your computer. And there's a nice little spinny guy here to loosen that up, and you can see the jaws opening up as I do that, and the jaws closing as I do that. So that's a clamper to hold on to things. And then down on this end is this little spinny, it's almost like a wing nut, but it's not. So we're going to loosen that, and when I loosen that, you can see that the clamp actually fell over for a second. When I do that, the arm becomes very movable, but at the same time, the items on the end are also flexible in their universal joints, right? So this can go in any direction, all the way around, up, down. It's basically, it's a ball. It's a ball joint that's held captive. You can unscrew this and take it off if you wanted. You can actually buy a ball-to-ball joint and connect two of these together if you really wanted to. On one end of this is the regular 1/4-inch style threaded post that you would see on a camera, a tripod, a regular camera tripod. So a lot of cameras have a little shoe that you can put into the bottom of the camera to easily connect to this, or you can, like the Elgato Neo light that I have here has the exact same threaded rod on the bottom of it, and I've got one of these holding that light right there. Now, the cool thing is you can put this, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to put this clamp on my desk right here so that I can show you the magic. And now I'm going to point the camera downward here so we can see what's happening, right? And the microphone's in the way. Okay. There we go. Microphone's good. Okay, so now you can see that this is very flexy and can go in any direction and goes all over the place, and it's very floppy and crazy, and it seems like this is going to be, let me do this just so you can see your face too. It seems like this is going to be impossible to do anything with, but as I tighten just this one screw, the entire rig freezes in place wherever it is. Whoop. Little tight. Oh, you know, when this first comes out of the, I did forget this. When it first comes out of the box, you'll want to tighten this guy down so that this is nice and tight. Otherwise, it'll just, otherwise it'll spin endlessly, because this has to have a good strong grip on that ball, right? So when you let go of it, everything that you were working with freezes in place. When you loosen this, all you have to do is just loosen that just a little bit, and the entire rig becomes completely reconfigurable. And then you just tighten it back down again, and it and it freezes. Okay, I am not doing something right. Hold on a second, guys. This is a learning experience for all of us here. Let me see what I'm not doing right about this one little rig right here that isn't tightening up like it's supposed to, because they're supposed to be. Here we go. I didn't have this tightened all the way up, I think. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Okay, I figured it out. It's actually this lock nut needs to be tight against the clamp. That's what I didn't do right. I knew there was some little trick to it. And that's why it was spinning. It wasn't actually spinning in the ball. The this little lock nut right here needs to be tight against the clamp so that the post itself can't spin. Okay, so now we got it all solved. If I loosen this up, you will see that we can go in any direction, everywhere we want, just like I said. And then as soon as we tighten this up, now everything freezes into place. So I'm going to, like, for example, take this little top here and point it. Maybe I want to point it at you and tighten that up. And it's ready to mount. This is, by the way, it's all aluminum. There's hardly any plastic on here. I think the only plastic in this entire piece is this little handle right here. The rest of this stuff is all aluminum. It's all metal and very strong and holds quite a bit of weight. It's a really cool thing, and it's just kind of like magic. So the ability to move it in any direction, in any configuration, you can move this side on whichever side you are. Like if you're left-handed and you want to keep that on that side to make it easy, or I just spin it around this way. The ease of use is really great. So it's called a magic arm, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I have now got, I want to say this is my 4th one of these things. They are so handy. It's like having an extra hand out in the garage too. If you want to mount a little clamp or something up here, or a little mini vise, you can do that. Machinists use these, like I said, to hold their indicators and their other equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this one right over here. And we'll just put that right over there. And I might put a light on that. So let's see now, can we get the camera back where it belongs? And then we'll check out the chat and see what we've been missing. Put my microphone back where I got it. Ugh. There we go. Microphoneage. Okay. The things I go through for you guys. All right, let's see here. Let's get caught back up in the chat. Let's see. Members only videos are good. Here we are. Welcome to my world. She said that 19 degrees in Minnesota. Oh my gravy. Oh yes, please. Yes, the small rig arm. I love the small rig base on the camera. Yeah, so you have experience with DCL. You've seen these things before? That's cool. It's not easy for sure. Got to go, guys. My neighbor needs a favor. Have a good night, everyone. I know she's gone by now, but bye, Allie. And on a similar topic, I will also tell you that my dad is not able to join tonight because his neighbor friend over in Paris, Texas, had heart surgery, and he and my dad's wife are going over to go visit with their friend who had surgery. But he did tell me to tell the gang to have a great night and that he would miss everybody. So hello to everybody from Pop, the Texas Gypsy. So goodbye, Allie. We will miss you, but it's totally understandable. You're going to go help out a neighbor. What could be better than that? What did you guys think? I know every single one of you saw Sally D's Reality and Lori had a meetup. Did you guys see that? They had a video where they got together and hung out because Lori was going down to visit her kiddo in college, and Sally made the 3-hour drive or something over to go see him, and they posted a video and shared a video with us together. It looked like Big D was holding on to the camera, and looks like they maybe had a little snack or some coffee together or something like that. I just love seeing stuff like that. This was so nice to see. It's wonderful to see folks going out of their way and taking time to build a community. It really touched my heart. And Sally, I was going to tag you in my community post about it, but for some reason, Sally, I can't tag your account. Like if I go to the comment section or the posts or anything like that, and I put the @ sign and start typing Sally, everybody else's name comes up when I do it, but for some reason, your account won't let me tag you. So I don't know why that happens. I don't know. But CL thought it was cool, and Sally says awesomeness. It was cool. I thought it was cool to see you guys getting together. It looks like you had a good time. Two really awesome people hanging out together. What's not to like about that, right? And you're having dinner with Perlman this Sunday at 4 p.m. All right, I'll be there. What are we having? What are we cooking, Perlman? I'll be there. I'm just kidding. I think you guys are going to have a nice time. Maybe are you going to shoot a video, Sally? Are you guys going to make a video or go live or anything like that together? Okay, so CL says it's not just me. She can't tag Sally's account either. There's something about her settings. If you want, Sally, maybe you and Daryl can look at it and figure out why your account won't let people tag you. And or if you want help, let me know. I'll help you out, and we'll look for it together. But I have a feeling you and Daryl can figure it out. So that'll be cool for you guys to see that. Let's see what else is going on these days. I have been getting out into nature with my son lately, and it's because of the fishing, right? Because he had been fishing for a while, and I kind of absconded with one of his rods that him and his friends bought. There's a picture of him out here in the Everglades. There was actually an alligator just off the screen to the left, floating about halfway across that water. And we were watching him just lazily, and he was watching us. But that's my boy. And the great thing is, it's a good excuse. Fishing is a good excuse to get out in nature. Instead of just saying, I'm going to go out in nature to hang out, you can just say, well, I'm going to go fishing. And then, really, you're just out to hang out and have a good time in nature. But I'm going to go fishing. So, if possible, spending time with family or close friends in nature. The solitude is definitely great. Don't get me wrong. You guys know that I love the solitude and I love going out by myself, but sometimes it changes things up a little bit to get out there with somebody else and talk about what you see and talk about what you're experiencing, what you're smelling. Say, hey, do you smell that? Did you hear that? What was that? That kind of stuff. So I would say try it both ways and see what works out for you, either way. So it's definitely working out for me and my boy Logan. We're having a good time out there, Mike would love to meet up with some of you. Well, he says he wants to meet up with us, but the reality is he just wants to get out of the cold. He wants to come down here in Florida and hang out. So, but you can use the excuse of hanging out with us if you want to, Mike. I'll go along with you. I'll play along. I'll say, yeah, Mike wants to hang out with me because I'm cool, but I know in reality he just wants some of this. What is it, 73 degrees here, my friend? 73 right now? That ain't too shabby. But I think we all know you really want to meet famous Sally first, right? Yeah, that's a good picture, man. And I didn't really try to make some kind of beautiful picture or anything like that. I saw him there with the sunset in the background. That's looking out to the west in the Everglades. And I just took my phone and held it up sideways and went snap. And then sent it to the family chat after. But it is a good picture, yeah. But hey, guys, guess what? I don't really have that much more to talk about. I think we've talked about everything I was going to bring up. So unless there's something you want to bring up, I don't mind cutting you loose a little early and give you back 20 minutes of the hour and let you go find something else to go do or another live stream to watch. I know that. Who's got the other live stream at the same time? Cheryl or somebody like that? Maybe I'll cut you guys loose and you can go see if she's still on or not. That'd be kind of nice. And if not, find some good videos to watch. Find some channel to subscribe to. Find somebody doing a live stream that you can chime in and make a new friend or something, Oh, here's what he's making for Sally. I'm making chicken cordon bleu, green beans, 3 cheese risotto. I'm going to turn on my live while I'm cooking, and Sally can record or go live if she wants when we meet. That's great. That is a really, man, it sounds like Perlman knows how to cook, first of all. Um, Sounds like Perlman definitely knows how to cook. A and B. That's a great looking menu. So Sally's going to do good right there. And if I guess you're taking Big D, so it sounds to me like Big D's got a good meal ahead of him too. So that's good. Okay, so it's Rhonda. What I say, Cheryl? It's not Cheryl. It's Rhonda who's live. So I'll cut you loose now, guys. I'll cut you loose. What is this? I think I seen something about Kathleen and Julia doing some painting together. Cool. That's awesome too. Awesome. Yeah, the chicken cordon bleu sounds amazing, but I will keep rambling if I don't force myself to get off. So you guys can go check out Rhonda if you want to, and say hi to her, and maybe I'll find something to do around here and they're in the house, and I will talk to you guys later. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. I'm already looking forward to next one, and I will see you in the next video.